Good morning, everyone. This is Mike Yurigan with Brevard. We're at Habitat this morning, and last night we had almost 2 inches of rain here at Habitat. So we've got the back 9 open. Front 9 will be closed more than likely the rest of the day, but if the sun does try to peek through and the weather obviously stays out towards the ocean side, we might be lucky to open the front. But We've been actually very fortunate. Down south of us here and even north of us have had a tremendous amount of rain. A lot of the courses down south have been closed on and off almost every day for the last week. Spencer Holland is open full this morning. We had just an inch over there. This past Monday, they had 4 inches of rain. So as you know, most of you know, the rain has been all over the place up and down the coast. So we're hoping that this stuff gets out of here. The lakes are back up, almost full, which hasn't been that way for almost 18 months. Obviously, last year when we had the hurricane, we had the lakes came back up and then it went right away quickly. So just to give you some feedback on what's going on and get ready for the winter months, we're done with all of our aerification. Top dressing will continue based on weather conditions and the time of the year, keeping the greens smooth and keep them at a level that we're comfortable with. The beach course greens have made a nice recovery after the drought and the issues we had this summer with our irrigation system, and they're rolling really, really well. And again, it's a matter of getting out and doing some of the verticutting and top dressing. But when the weather does change and we get into the cooler mornings, obviously that'll go away. We're still rolling 3 or 4 days a week, and Jamie and Dan have done a fantastic job in getting the golf courses prepared. As we go into the winter months, we'll overseed some of the tee boxes at Spencer Holland just because of the smaller size of them and the play that we get over there. So we're just kind of getting prepped up for the weather change and see what happens with these storms, and hopefully they'll get out of here. The other thing is we've been fortunate that all of you have done a tremendous job of supporting what we're doing here at Brevard between the 2 golf courses. We just ended our end of the year, finished September 30th. And Habitat, with all the changes and renovations we did this past summer, we are at 60,000 rounds, and we're just shy of 50,000 over at the beach. So again, that's a testament to for all of you supporting us. We're try to keep the quality and the level of the golf course up, and giving you a good, a good product and good staff and everybody excited about having the opportunity to serve you and whatever we can do to help your day better on your golf. As we go into next summer, Spencer Holland, the irrigation system is scheduled for September of 2026. Real quick recap on that. We'll be open the first week of September during the holiday, and then as we go into the last 3 weeks of the month in September, we'll close. We'll give the irrigation company an opportunity to get ahead, and then we'll keep one hold closed until we get the project finished. And we're hoping, fingers crossed, before Halloween, the 31st of next year, or before that, we'll be done and we'll be up and running with the new electric system, and we'll get rid of all the hydraulic issues and the problems we have underground right now. When you do come over, you can see Denny's digging holes in the ground, trying to find hydraulic lines. And, the technology's gotten so good right now that we've only had minimal things happen here at Habitat since we put the new system in. So again, just continue to try to upgrade the golf courses, and hopefully sometime between 27 and 28, we'll be able to finish the drainage and look at the greens renovation here potentially, and some bunkers. And so all of that's, the irrigation is definitely scheduled, but after that, then we'll take things, one day at a time of what we're going to do here at Habitat. And then after that, obviously, we can start looking at building renovations and things that we've talked about at our board meetings, and we've shared with you in the community about moving forward with both golf courses. So, our agreement with the county and everybody's support has been tremendous. Just want to thank everybody at the county, Also, Jim Leisenfeld, who's now our county administrator, has been a great supporter of what Golf Brevard has done, and the original board, and just, you know, everybody that supported what's going on at both courses. So it's been exciting. This is what, of our end of our 7th year, if I do the math on my fingers. So again, thank you. So I thought I'd give you a little golf tip. We've talked about in the past, as we transition out of all that fun stuff, golf seems to go through these phases where you see the brassy that was 100 years ago, and then all of a sudden the TaylorMade comes out with the metal wood and all the different clubs that has happened over a period of time, and then Callaway kind of taking it to the next level. And you know, I'm on the staff with Callaway, and they've treated me very, very well. And when I ask for a club change or whatever, it's not a problem. And I thought I'd just share that I've mentioned in the past. I finally went to the graphite shaft. I'll be 62 at the end of the year, and a little lighter weight. Instead of playing a blade, since I think I was, you know, like I was playing like I was 25, I've gone to an oversized head, fitted the club. And then what I realized that when I was getting into a certain spot on the golf course, somewhere between 175 and 225, I have a trouble hitting a driver 250 now, and my 3-wood doesn't go 225 to 250 like it used to. So I've experimented with Apex U-wood that Callaway has come out with. It's a 5-wood loft. It's a little shorter than my 3-wood. You can see it's a couple inches. A 5-wood is a typical 5-wood that a lot of you probably have in your bag, would be another inch shorter than that. And what I found is this is a great utility club for me to be able to choke down. I can hit it 175 yards to 165 to 175, and then I can grip it regular, and I can maybe get it to 185 to 190. So with the loft, it's easier to get up in the air, you know, just all those little subtle things. And then, you know, you see the progression of those clubs, and then I put a mini driver in. I think I've talked to you about that before. It's a little bit longer than a 3-wood controlling. And then my driver, you can see it's 45 plus, almost 46 inches long. So as you're doing a fitting, whether it's with us here, Callaway, when they come out, or one of the other manufacturers, or you're experimenting on your own, and we have the fitting clubs from Cleveland here. So we have a lot of options. So just because this is a stock mini driver at 43 inches doesn't mean that you can't make it at 42 like your 3-wood. How many times have we all talked to the ladies and the guys, and they've all said, well, I hit my 3-wood so much better than my driver. Well, that different length, your height, your arm length, your ability to swing the club at a certain speed, all of those things have a major effect. And again, I'm not trying to sell you a driver unless you need one, but come out, talk to myself, Steve, Jeff, when we're doing the fitting days, and see what we can do. I got the guys picking the range, and Mo's over there mowing, so hopefully you can hear me okay. But just come out. You know, I used to be one of the fitters that I did full time and taught when I was in Orlando mostly. And then when I transitioned into more of a management position and doing this stuff, I don't have as much time to mess around with this stuff, but I'll give you some feedback, get you some new clubs to try, shafts, different things, and see if we can help your game. And everybody's always looking for a couple better shots, some of the new putters that are out. So again, that's just my sales pitch for the clubs a little bit, just to give you some feedback on that. We've talked about grip size, all the different clubs, all the different shafts, all of it. So if you need any help with that, your game, come out and see us. We really appreciate your support, and we look to get this weather out of here and have a great season coming up. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.